Every night, millions of people across Europe go to sleep alone, not because they chose freedom, not because they rejected love, but because modern life quietly, slowly, and almost invisibly disconnected them from everyone around them. The streets are full, cafes are busy, airports are crowded, trains move on time, lights shine from thousands of apartment windows in cities like Paris, Berlin, and London. From the outside, everything looks alive. But behind many of those windows, there is silence. Europe has built one of the most advanced, organized, and economically stable societies in human history. Healthcare systems function, public transport connects entire nations, education levels are high, individual freedom is protected. On paper, this is progress. Yet something less visible has been growing at the same time. Loneliness. Not dramatic loneliness, not the kind shown in movies, but a quiet, persistent, ordinary loneliness that sits in the background of daily life. In several European countries, living alone is no longer unusual. In fact, in places like Sweden and Germany, single-person households make up a significant portion of all homes. One person, one kitchen, one set of dishes, one light left on at night. Independence is celebrated, privacy is respected, personal space is protected. From a young age, people are encouraged to become self-sufficient. Move out early, build your own life, rely on yourself. And there is strength in that. But somewhere between independence and isolation, a subtle shift has happened. Humans did not evolve alone. For thousands of years, survival depended on tribes, families, and tightly connected communities. Meals were shared. Problems were discussed face to face. Elders lived with the young. Life was noisy, complicated, and collective. Europe, however, rewards efficiency and autonomy. You can work remotely, order food without speaking to anyone, stream entertainment without leaving your bed, message someone without ever hearing their voice. Convenience has replaced presence. Today, Europe is digitally connected more than ever before. High-speed internet reaches rural towns. Smartphones are everywhere. In cities like Amsterdam and Copenhagen, people move through beautifully designed streets while staring at glowing screens. People scroll for hours, they send messages instantly, they post carefully curated moments of happiness, birthdays, vacations, promotions, gym progress, smiling selfies. But when the phone is put down, the room is still quiet. Face-to-face interaction has slowly declined. Neighbors may live next door for years without ever sharing a meal. Colleagues work together but rarely build deep friendships. Families are smaller than they used to be. In some places, fewer people are choosing to marry, and many are choosing not to have children at all. Marriage rates across Europe have declined over the past decades. People are marrying later, if they marry at all. Commitment feels complicated. Freedom feels safer. Careers demand mobility. Relationships require time. And time feels scarce. There is nothing inherently wrong with choosing independence. Many people genuinely prefer living alone. Many build fulfilling lives full of travel, creativity, and personal growth. But when a large part of society begins to experience prolonged social isolation, the impact becomes collective. Loneliness does not announce itself loudly. It does not always look like sadness. Sometimes it looks like exhaustion. Sometimes like anxiety, sometimes like emotional numbness. A person can be surrounded by millions in a city like Madrid and still feel invisible. They can commute in crowded trains, work in busy offices, shop in full supermarkets, yet return home to no one waiting. Over time, that absence shapes the mind. Studies across parts of Europe have increasingly treated loneliness not just as a personal issue, but as a public concern. Governments have discussed social well-being, mental health services have expanded, conversations about isolation are becoming more open. Because when connection weakens, something fundamental shifts. Economic prosperity does not automatically create belonging. Clean streets do not guarantee companionship. Digital access does not ensure emotional intimacy. Europe is not collapsing. Its institutions are strong. Its cities are functional. Its systems operate with impressive precision. But emotionally, something is quieter than before. In older generations, community was often unavoidable. Family expectations were strong, social circles were stable. Religion, local traditions, and neighborhood life created regular interaction. Today, identity is more individual. People move cities for work, they change careers, they redefine themselves multiple times throughout life. Mobility creates opportunity, but it also disrupts continuity. When you move frequently, relationships become temporary. When work dominates your schedule, friendships shrink. When independence becomes the highest value, asking for emotional support can feel like weakness, and so many remain silent. Not in crisis, not visibly broken, just slightly disconnected. The irony is powerful. Europe has achieved levels of safety and comfort that previous generations could barely imagine. Yet comfort does not replace closeness. Stability does not replace shared laughter at a dinner table. Privacy does not replace the warmth of being understood. The future of Europe will likely continue to innovate. Technology will improve, cities will become smarter, work will become more flexible, life may even become more efficient. But the deeper question remains: can a society be truly advanced if its people feel alone? Perhaps the next stage of progress will not be louder, faster, or more efficient. Perhaps it will be quieter, more human, more connected. Because without connection, even the brightest city can feel dark.